Now playing the Hook and Bridge podcast.
I fucking love Kesha. I'm telling you, I'm the worst person to have a podcast. I can barely speak.
Oh my god, I love Tweeders!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hook and Bridge podcast. I am your host, Harley, joined by my co-host and little sister, Taylor, and our executive producer and soundboard engineer, my lovely
wife, Lindsey.
Lindsey. Taylor,
Yee.
what's going on? What's new? What's happening? It's been
I have a funny story kind of like that.
3 weeks.
It has been at least 3 weeks. What's so funny is last week I had something to talk about on the podcast, and then we didn't do the podcast, and I can't remember what it was. But it's been going good. I am having a graduation party tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo. So that's gonna be pretty fun.
I've been doing that Vine a lot recently.
What?
Do you remember that? The little kid that goes on TV and he takes he takes the anchor's microphone and he's like, oh, so apparently I've never been on TV before, and apparently
So annoying.
I don't remember what we were talking about downstairs or what led to this, but I went lesbian. I thought you were American.
I thought you were American.
I go American.
Don't worry, I got you. Pokemon update?
So I'm gonna need your help sometime this weekend. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I am down in Sub-Zero, whatever, Ground Zero, Level 0.
No, not Ground Zero. That's in New York. Yeah.
I can't pay attention to anything else.
I have FOMO.
I said, your shadow on the wall behind you looks like a duck.
Whack, whack.
Okay, I'm sorry. I saw that and I just started dying.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It looks like a duck. It looks like a pigeon.
It does look like a pigeon.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, not Ground Zero, Taylor. Area 0.
Zero something.
Ground Zero is in New York.
Ground Zero's from 9/11.
Yeah, never forget.
Never forget. I knew that's why it was in here somewhere. I never learned about Ground Zero.
The duck knows.
The duck knows.
Duck walks up to a podcast and says to the host,
never
"Hey,
forget.
Never forget." Man. Okay.
Anyways.
Pokemon, you're in Area 0.
I'm so sorry.
Hang on. I'm gonna laugh at it all for a while.
There we go.
He lost his bill.
Hang on, are we ready?
Did you see it on the wall?
I do, but did you see what she was doing?
Yes.
All right. Anywho, so I got to one of the base camps, or whatever that you have to unlock. You got to unlock 4 of them.
Yeah.
I only found the one. I can't find the other 3, and I can't ride my little dragon, so I'm losing it.
Dragon?
I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
So you might have to help me.
Or Koraidon.
Is he a dragon?
Oh, he's a
motorcycle.
Yep.
I thought he was like a lizard.
Well, yeah, a lizard dragon.
Okay.
I think a lizard with wings is a dragon. I could be wrong.
I also agree. I think a lizard with wings is a dragon.
I'm overanalyzing it. Surprise, surprise.
If Freddy grew wings, would we still call him a lizard? Or I feel like dragon.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I think I remember what I was going to say on the podcast.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, Taylor in the back.
So you guys know how our watcher has stopped working?
Vaguely, Mom has
So-
mentioned.
Yeah. So our washer is like leaking, right? It works, but you need a towel, right? So I had told her that the washer was leaking, and she went, "Don't say that." And I said, "You're right. The water that looks like it's coming from the washer and is underneath the washer and around the washer probably isn't the washer." And every time I think about that comment, it cracks me up because it was really
Say
funny.
that.
She did. She's like, "Don't say that."
That's very funny.
But yeah, so I can't get. I don't know where I'm going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
I
this
got you.
building.
Yeah.
But that's the last. I think one of the last things that I have to do. I beat the Pokemon League.
Pretty
That was
easy,
light
right?
work.
Yeah.
Light work.
You got to battle Larry again.
Again, he used worse Pokemon.
Yeah,
Also,
and just as upset again.
again that he had to be there. Also, can we talk about that interview that I had to go to before I could do
Yeah.
that?
Insane. You had to
Did you-
remember everything from your entire game. It was crazy.
I was Googling. If you look at the Google history, it's like, what Pokemon does so and so use? Who is the
So-
leader of this gym?
So
But-
those who are listening, in
Yeah.
case you haven't played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, when you get through the main story to the Pokemon League, which
Mhm.
is traditionally how a Pokemon game goes, you beat gyms and you go to the league. In this particular game, you have to go through an interview process, like a job interview, in order
Yeah.
to go to the Pokemon League. And it's not simple questions of like, what
No.
Pokemon evolves into this Pokemon? It's like, all right, when you first started your game, you were given 3 choices of
Yeah.
a school. What's your school called?
Yeah, what school do you
Yeah.
go to? What
And then-
Pokemon was your partner?
Yeah. And then it'll be like, all right, in the 4th battle with your rival, they used this Pokemon as
For
their
real.
3rd Pokemon. It was
And then
crazy.
it went, what during your gym battles, which gym was the hardest? None of them. Easy work. None of the above wasn't an option.
Yeah, I
So-
picked Larry.
I don't remember what one I picked because I can't tell you who went with what gym. I don't know. You know what I did? I said that's a really fun name. I'm gonna pick that one. And then
Oh,
I didn't look at the name. Okay. So then it said, who's the gym leader of this?
Yeah, it asks you
And-
the town and then the gym leader's
And then the
name.
gym leader. And for those of you listening, I know that we've mentioned Larry, but other than Larry having a normal name, the
No
rest
one
of the
else
gym
does.
leaders sound like the towns.
Well, there's Larry, there's Iono, there's
Iono could be a town.
Gracias. What did you say?
My point, I said Iona sounds like a town. Like my point is like they all sound like interchangeable. I don't know.
Car.
It's Iono, not Iona.
Oh.
I don't know nothing.
Anywho.
So I had to remember what I had picked
Mhm,
because I didn't. You know, when you look at something, you don't process the thing you look at.
mhm.
I couldn't tell you what I picked. So then
Yeah.
I'm Googling all of the gyms to see which one I had picked. I'm like, oh, that looks familiar. Then I had to Google who was that gym leader. And then the next question was, what type of Pokemon did they use?
Yep.
I was like, girl, I just want to do this battle.
I was really
Anyways.
hoping that part of doing that interview was like it would customize the league. Like
Yeah,
the
me
people
too.
that you battle in the league, but it doesn't. It's
It
the same
doesn't. It's a
4
waste of
fucking
my
people.
time.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're gaining from putting that in there.
Nothing. Why is there so much? That's the only thing I hate about this game. There is so much dialogue.
Well, they told a
I think
really
that's their
good
way
story.
to see if you paid attention.
Yeah.
I truly do. Because
I'm
this is
not.
this is the first game that I'm aware of with Pokemon that you've had to like actually pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
It's a good
I
story.
enjoy it's a great story. I love the story and I love the game. But like if Arvin talks to me one more time,
Oh, buddy.
I'm
There's so
going
much
to
more.
bash my head in a wall. And so I'm in
That's the guy with the sad dog.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
him.
I'm in Area 0. Yeah, why is he taking credit for everything? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a maniac.
Yeah.
Um,
With mommy issues. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert. Yeah,
You're
but
getting to the best part, though.
So I'm with all of these people in Area 0,
Mhm.
and I don't know where I'm going. You can't use your map.
Not when you first go down there. So, like, what you're doing right now,
Yeah.
when you go back, everything changes.
Well, they really sent me with no direction. Like, I found the
Yeah.
first building, and now I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so where's the other 3? So I'm trying to click all the 3 other characters thinking they would help.
No,
They're
they have no
useless.
idea either. No, Area 0 is a lot of fun to explore, though, and
I've been
there's a
exploring it. It
lot-
is fun.
There's a lot of really cool Pokemon in there.
I just hate that I have to walk,
Yeah.
and like I don't have a Pokemon to ride on because
There's
this
also
is taking way
so
too much
many
time.
secrets in this game, too. Like,
Yeah. What are
you're
the swords for? Actually, don't tell me. I haven't gotten to what the swords are for.
yeah, you got the swords, you got
Like, what is
there's
that?
a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. There's
I
like
can't. It's
the 7 wonders of Paldea, where you can go and
Oh,
find
that's
all of
sick.
these different things, and it's like the 7 wonders, like in
That's
the real
sick.
world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool stuff. All of the legendaries are scattered throughout the world. It's cool.
It's good. Like, I'm having a good time. I'm just saying I'm stuck on this one part, and it's
Yeah.
infuriating.
So you're in Area 0. You've got to
Yeah.
battle Nimona at least one more time after all of this.
She talks too much. Like,
Yeah.
why she talks so much? And she talks a big game. She said, this is so silly. And I know, like, I am well aware this is all programmed. Like, I know she's not a real person. I know that. I'm well aware. But, like, whenever I beat the Pokemon League, and she said, well, now you have to go against me. Girl, I've been going against you, and I've been whooping you. Like, bring it on. 30 seconds that battle was over.
Yeah.
I didn't change Pokemon once.
And I also think that you keep over leveling yourself because you're worried you're not going to be strong enough for the next thing.
Listen, and this is why I don't think the battles in this one is as hard as the original Pokemon games.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
Yeah.
used to having to like level up.
Yes.
In my head, I'm like, this league is no joke. I
Right.
remember when I first tried to actually play Pokemon that I got stuck on the league and you had to beat it for me because my Pokemon just weren't like I was just losing left and right. So
yeah, they've made it so much easier now.
I feel like
Yeah.
since Nintendo Switch games have came out,
Yeah.
like, and I only played Gold, and I never finished it. I just played my sister's game on Game Boy. But the first time that I played Sword and Shield with you,
Mm-hmm.
like, that was fucking cake.
Yeah.
That was so easy.
Well, and
That's what I'm
that's why
saying.
I thought, Taylor, that you would love these games
Because they were
it's,
easy.
It's so much
They're
different.
so I feel like a Pokemon master.
Yeah, and they're fun.
Yeah.
They're
I'm having
fun.
a great
So
time.
did
I know I
Ash.
sound complaining. But
No, complaining is
say I'm
part of
Ash?
playing
I
Pokemon.
said no. So did Ash feel like a Pokemon master.
Complaining
well,
is part
unlike
of the
him, I
experience.
caught my Pokemon.
That's true. And you were just better at the game.
I am just better at the game.
He's trash.
So
Ash is trash.
I have this fun story that I have to tell you, Taylor.
Yes.
Before the show, we were talking about an experience.
Can we say before we move on from Pokemon, I have a funny story?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So, of course, Pokemon. Well, listen. So today I was playing Guess the Cartoon with my kids
Mm-hmm.
because we're tired of actual school and we just play games now. And Pokemon came up, and of course, all of them are like, it's Pokemon. And I paused the video and I said, do you know the actual song for this? And they're like, you know, like the Pokemon song? I said, yeah. And they were like, yeah, we know the song. I said, I know the guy who sings it. And they're like, no, you don't. I'm like, I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then one little girl who tries to disprove everything that everybody does, she's like, you don't know him. I said, I do. I met him. His name is Jason Page, and I know him. She said, I saw him at Target the other day. I said, girl, he don't even live here. You don't even know where he is. And she was like, all right. And then we moved on. It was so funny.
That's so
Anyways,
funny. That's so
That's
funny.
Kids are
Speaking
so
of
funny.
Target, great segue.
thanks.
Target.
So I didn't realize that I didn't tell you this story, Taylor. This happened a while ago. We were in town. And we were in town.
We came in on our horses.
And I wanted to get coffee. And we were at Target. So I was like, I'm going to go in here and get a coffee. I think you had gotten crumble cookie. I was getting a coffee. And the intent was for me to go in, get this coffee, and then we were going to go home. But some motherfucker decides that I am going with her to Chandria's house.
Was me.
And I didn't want to go. So I
Sandria is a sick name. Sorry, keep going.
Sandrea.
So I go,
Sangria.
okay. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going into Target to get my coffee. But you know what? I'm going to take my time and I'm going to mosey on over to the Pokemon card aisle and I'm going to have me a little look-see and buy up some time if I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. I'm
Then we
gonna
didn't
enjoy
even,
myself.
Then we didn't even go.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways.
So I was like, I'm gonna enjoy myself, right? So I get my coffee and I was dressed in Fastenal clothes, right? I believe.
Probably.
I think I was definitely not dressed like I worked there. It was for sure at least at a minimum a blue shirt.
But this wasn't me with you.
Yeah.
Oh, we
you
were
in
into
the car.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
remember
understand.
Mhm.
Yes.
You stayed in the car.
Yes.
And I was supposed to just go in and get my coffee.
I understand.
So, I'm just gonna say I'm in a blue polo and like tan pants. Okay.
They're definitely
Khakis.
dark blue, but
Yeah, whatever. Either way,
Fancy pants.
not a Target attire.
Mhm.
Right? So I'm standing there, I have my coffee in hand, and I am staring at Pokemon cards. And this lady comes up to me and she says, "This guy in the back won't get me my PS5 that I need. He said he's got them back there, but he ain't moving." And I said,
You should have said, okay.
I said, "That's crazy." And I continue looking. And she goes, "Come here." And I was like, "All right, I'll bite." And she walks me to the back. And she says, "That one right there. He is not going and getting my PS5. And I said, "Okay." I look at the guy's name tag. I forget what it was, but I called him by his name. And I was like, "Dude, we keep talking about this. Mind you, coffee in hand." I'm like, "What do I have to do to get through to you? Like, it seems like week after week, you're coming in later. You're not showing up for work. You're not helping the customers at this point. We keep having these discussions. This is the last straw. Go back there and get her PS5 or else you're gone. You're done." And I look at her and I say, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. We're going to get this taken care of for you." This kid's just staring at me
He's like, who
in
are
a
you?
red shirt that says Target, and I look nothing like a Target employee.
You look like a Walmart supervisor.
I'm wearing a hat at the time. So he's baffled and he's like, and then just walks away. And I said, "Have a great day, ma'am." And I walked away. And then I went in the car and told her because I thought it was the funniest thing
That's
I've
really
ever
funny.
done. Like sitcom worthy level.
That's
and she was
so
like,
funny.
"You probably ruined that guy's day." I
he
said,
could
He's fine.
also get fired.
I said, or maybe he walked away and I walked away, and then that lady was left standing there without a PS5, and then went and found an actual manager at Target and was like, "I told the blue shirt guy," and they're like, "Man,
they're like,
we
who?
all wear red shirts."
Maybe she's colorblind.
I was so excited. It was so
That's
funny.
really
It was
funny.
So funny. I was chuckling the
That's
whole way out of
super
that
funny.
store.
Terrible.
Anywho, this is the Hook and Bridge podcast, guys.
Well,
Sorry,
we
you've
talk
been here for
everything
20
music.
minutes.
We talk everything Pokemon, music, Target, you name
We
it.
can't
we do
even
it.
say we're a music show anymore because we're just chatting.
We do have music news to talk about, though, Taylor. Yes, Taylor, in the front.
Now she looks like a sweeper.
No, a saxophone.
A saxophone. One of my kids was singing that the other day, like humming
Careless
it and singing
Whisper?
it that way, and I was like, "You're
That's weird.
7.
Why do they know
Sing
that
this
song?
song." They watch too much YouTube.
So, Taylor.
It does look like a saxophone. That's so funny.
It does. It's so funny. I could play this game all day.
Shadow Puppet Taylor.
You just do different shadows of different instruments, and we have to guess what you are.
Oh,
Music
that's
show.
so funny.
Ugh.
No, anyways. I don't
So,
remember
news?
now. Oh, music news.
I don't remember now. I'm not on the phone.
What are we doing, guys? We're just having a time.
I'm
We just have a
crying.
time.
I'm crying.
Having a joy time.
Sorry, this is a not music news, but I was watching Smosh Mouth
Yeah.
and I was watching their Try Not to Laugh challenge. And Shane had said something to Angela, and her face was stone cold, but she just had tears coming down because she was trying so hard not to laugh.
It's so great.
Taylor,
So funny.
right before
Music
the
news.
show,
Oh.
before the show started, Lindsay and I were talking, and I said we should do a Smosh podcast where we just talk about Smosh.
I like that.
And I said I won't do it though because it'll be a lot more successful than this show,
Yeah.
and that will hurt my feelings.
We could just start talking about podcasts. I've been watching The Sip with Rylan
Just a-
Adams and
Just a
Lizzie
podcast
Gordon.
about podcasts
Yeah.
where we just come and talk about podcasts.
We bash them too.
Joe Rogan.
Because I just think Shane needs a better haircut. I'm not vibing.
Oh,
I agree.
I'm not vibing.
guys, get in the comments.
Let us know.
Will you stop bumping into me?
Yeah. No, the
That's
music
why we're in
news-
this mess. I'm kidding. Yes,
Yes.
saxophone. She's doing it now. She's doing it on purpose now. But like physically, you.
But also, Taylor, like, stop doing that.
Listen, no, because I can tell her.
No, you
Busy-
can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. We are
Why?
live.
No, we're not. It's
yeah,
recording.
yeah, but I'm not gonna remember to cut it.
You're not going to upload the YouTube video anyways. Why does that
I know,
matter?
but we can't use the words either, Taylor. You look like somebody who shouldn't exist anymore.
I'm raising my hand.
I know it's the fashion in which you're raising the hand. It's problematic.
No, it's a swan. Dude, I'm having so much fun.
We're trying to say the music news.
Eminem has a new song.
Yeah, it's called Houdini. Did you finally listen to it?
No, buddy, I've been
You
doing
motherfucker.
party prep from
Party
the
prep.
time I got
That's
on
all
the
right.
phone until now.
We'll do it in between this show and the next show
Yes, sir.
because we're doing 2 shows today.
Boom.
But today is Lindsay and I's
Not
10
today.
when this comes out. I'm putting it up tomorrow.
Okay. Oh.
Today is Lindsay and I's 10-year anniversary, guys.
Woo.
Double digits.
Not married. Just together.
Just together. We have been together for 10 whole freaking years.
So what
Do
do
you
you guys
believe
gonna
it?
do?
So many gray hairs.
I was thinking about taking her to dinner, tomorrow. Well, today, technically. Not today, but like today in the future
Yeah,
today.
I got it.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, there is a
So
word
tomorrow.
for that.
Not today, but like in the future today.
Anyways,
Like not right now, but like later.
but like later, but like the
24 hours.
next day. Is there a word for like 24 hours from now? Because that's
Tomorrow.
what I mean.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dinner and a movie.
Yeah, maybe. I got you a present. Are you ready for it?
I have you a present that's on the floor.
Should we do yours first?
We can.
Okay. I like presents.
I like presents.
I'm gonna open a present
I
on
like
air.
chocolate milk.
I like cereal.
See, and I like potatoes.
Taylor, you gotta tell the people what's going on. You're our resident
All right,
ball person.
So right now, a wild Lindsay is opening up a package, and it looks like that she is undisturbed in her home. She's in her natural habitat. She is
gotta reach
going
in
to
and pick
flip
something
the
up.
package over. She is letting her spouse pull it
This
out. Her
Feels
mate,
like
if
a
you
box
will.
inside of a box.
It's a box inside. of
Her her mate is talking.
Oh,
He is
Ah!
pulling out the
ah,
gift. He is now using his mating call to show that he likes the gift.
ah! Taylor,
That's sick.
it's a Pokemon
It's a
Lego
Christmas
set.
train
It's a Christmas train, Taylor.
to go around your tree.
Yeah.
Well,
That's sick.
it's to sit on. a
Choo
shelf.
choo, motherfuckers. Aw,
Whoop,
thank
whoop.
you.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited.
That was the only one that Amazon had left.
Really?
Yeah.
You ready for yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
It's a vinyl.
Yeah. There's a message on the back of it that I want you to read out loud to everybody.
The
I don't
male of the
feel
Cornell
comfortable
family
doing
That's
in
okay.
his natural habitat is giving his female suitor a gift.
my airhead.
Hopefully, she will accept.
You didn't read it out loud to the class. Tell everybody what it says. It says, everybody, it says, happy 10 years together, you airhead. Love, Harley.
Well, that just sounds mean.
Because I know what it is.
Ooh.
I'm so excited.
The female suitor broke the sound barrier.
I'm sorry. Oh,
I can't. What is it?
This is Honey Revenge's Retrovision, but it is a limited edition special Retrovision.
not even the ones that they had at the concert.
Correct.
What?
And it is one
I
of
can't open it.
only 400 made.
That's very cool. Because I was opening it on the wrong side.
While you're opening the plastic, I also have a present for you, buddy.
For me?
Yeah.
You're gonna break it.
For Father's Day.
Okay, I like presents.
Please stand by.
Okay, understanding.
Please stand by.
I need something sharp.
Pen?
That'll work. Hear my mother. She's a loud beaver.
She's a loud beaver.
Check
Oh,
it out.
it's so cool.
Look at this.
Oh.
That's sick. I don't even know what that is, and that's sick. That's so cool. It's like a split die.
Anyways, if you're listening out there, go check out Honey Revenge and their album Retrovision. It's really, really good. What's your favorite track on this album?
Airhead.
Airhead
That checks out.
is a really good one.
Rerun.
Rerun's good.
Distracted.
Distracted's really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you.
Here, I'll take that.
Thank you.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Word on the street is that you have a present for me.
I do. So you know how I've been loving my dad shirts lately?
Yes.
It's been my personality.
It has.
Well, you are now a
It is
dad.
Quite funny.
You're now a dad. I got you a dad shirt. This is
Oh,
your
what?
first tacky Father's Day shirt.
Tacky Father's Day shirt. Okay.
The best kind. I almost bought us the same shirt, but they only had one. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. World's coolest dad. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's so funny. Dude.
Oh,
I'm
Listen.
so excited, Taylor.
Didn't we buy Theo? Was it for Christmas or was it for his birthday or something a couple years ago? And it had a picture of a tiny like lunchbox cooler. He said, "I'm a little cooler than you," and it
I think something like that. Yeah.
was like bright orange.
that's so funny.
But
I
just
got it.
love that your personality has become these retarded shirts.
Hey,
I'm sorry, but that's
I
what they
got
are.
it at the same time I got this fish shirt. Because I said that checks out. You know what's so funny is someone's dusty son is unironically wearing this somewhere.
Yes, yes.
That's what's funny to me.
I just
dusty
I
Someone's
appreciate
gross
it.
husband.
I appreciate that you're wearing them ironically. That's what makes
I
it
am. I
funny.
think they're so funny.
That's very
Anyways, they
funny.
didn't have two of these. I was gonna get us both one so we could both be the world's coolest dad.
But then it wouldn't count.
Um,
You both be world's coolest dad.
Speaking of
That's
coolest dads,
so funny.
Lindsay made onesies for the baby. You want to see
I
them?
did.
Because she's a cool dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's
So
see it.
I tie-dyed shirts with my kids. This is my tie-dyed shirt.
She also made me one, but I'm gonna put I'm gonna have her put a Hook and Bridge podcast thing on
In
it.
a few months from now when
Yeah.
the rooms are clean. But I also made onesie for the baby.
No.
And then there's another one.
Yo, that's sick. And when he poops it, you won't see it because it's
And there's
tie-dye.
another one.
That one's really good.
I was gonna say I like this
Yeah,
one the
this
best.
one turned out the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that I hate Nirvana, but you should put a Nirvana logo on it.
Oh yeah.
Well, and it's funny because there's one that I see all the time. It's not tie-dye, but it has the red and the yellow and the green. And it says Blink 182, but it doesn't say Blink 182.
It just says Blink.
No, it says Stink 182.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
It's a baby. Yeah,
That's
so I might do
really
that to that
funny.
one because it's really funny.
That's funny.
So yeah, that is what I got you, and I'm glad you like it. I'm excited to listen to it. Taylor, in order to get that and get free shipping, I had to spend another $12.
Did you give me something for $12?
No, I got myself something for $20. Guess what I got myself?
Okay.
I got Nickelback's Dark Horse album. Oh, I sent you the video.
You sent it to me. Oh, I didn't know that's. I knew it was Nickelback. I just thought you had that album. I thought you were just sending it to me.
No, it just.
I was like,
came
that's
out
cool.
yesterday. Yeah.
That's sick.
Anywho, so we've been together for 10 years. I thought maybe it would be fun to share with the audience some memories of us
Of
over
like
the
music related?
no, just just us over the past 10
Memories
years.
bring back memories. Bring back you.
Taylor, you go first because technically
Of the
It's
memory
our
of Lindsey and I being together.
it's our 10-year anniversary of the three of us.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Wait.
Gross. You're all gross.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, I can't share that on the podcast.
Why?
Okay.
Is it
I'll
of
share
getting obliterate drunk?
No,
Okay.
I would share that. That was fantastic.
If we
Of
leave
us getting drunk together or you getting drunk?
Any of the above.
If we leave a
time.
giant gap of silence, I'll know that directly after that it needs cut if you wanted to share.
No, I can't because actually it's a joke. I'll just say it out here. Guys, it's a joke. It is a joke.
Oh, wait. Is it about mom?
Yeah.
We get what you're saying.
We know.
We know. We'll skip
Okay.
that one. We'll
There was a joke that was said the first time I met their mom.
it was
Yeah.
funny at the time.
Well, she's still living true to it. So
Let me tell you, some of the things she sends me on Instagram is pretty
Really?
accurate.
I know. So I saw those. She sent me stuff, and then I sent them because they're funny. What she sends is funny. I cracked.
They
I
are.
cracked up. But
But I have that in my head from day one.
so I had sent those to Dylan, and he went, "What is on your mom's For You page?" And we need her to like other stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, "This is
Yeah.
alarming."
Yeah.
My
It's like
we
every
had,
single kind.
I know, but it was they're so funny. They
Oh,
crack me up because
can
we
I
all
do
have
a
the same humor.
little tangent.
Sure.
Just a little one. So, sometimes in the mornings when I get to work, I'll throw on like either like musical type stuff or like classical type stuff to just get in the right headspace to do work,
Mhm.
you know? And I had Keith throw on because he had his phone on the soundbar,
Mhm.
and I had him throw on his Spotify, right? And I had him throw it on musicals. Keith, for everyone listening, is Jewish. He is.
He's not a practice.
He's not a practicing
Jewish person?
Judaism. He doesn't practice Judaism.
Yes.
But he is Jewish, and he threw on this musical playlist. And one of the songs that popped on was one that I was unfamiliar with. And so are a lot of people, I'm sure. Did you know that Matthew No.
Sorry.
no
That was funny.
Matthew Broderick
Is Jewish?
no
Oh.
I don't know if he's Jewish or not,
So
but
was Josh Beck.
he there was a musical that came out
Mm-hmm.
called The Producers, and
Yes.
he played in this musical / movie.
Because it's from like a decently long time
a little
ago.
while ago.
Yeah.
A little while ago.
A little?
I can assure the audience
When things could get away with things.
I can assure the audience that you cannot make this today. There's no fucking way. I had never heard it until like a week ago.
Yes.
Are you familiar, Taylor?
Mm-mm.
Did you know that there is a song from that musical called Springtime for Hitler? That's a real thing.
About like hunting
what
season?
You know what was alarming? Sitting at work next to your Jewish boss, and you say, "Hey, man, can you throw on some musicals so that we can get in the right headspace?" And he says, "Sure." And the second song that pops up is Springtime for Hitler. And guess what? It's halfway through the song, before they say that phrase. It's a weird one, bud. It's a weird one. Yeah. Yeah. Just a guy comes out and he's just like, "Springtime for Hitler." And it's like,
You said that beautifully.
it's like, what are we listening to in this professional work environment, Keith? So anyway,
There's one for your mom too called Avenue Q.
from that movie.
No,
okay.
that is the musical. It's called Avenue Q.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
More memories, guys. More memories. Sorry.
More
Sorry to
memories.
get
Okay,
on that
hang on.
tangent,
Yeah,
but
I didn't.
thought
I'm
it
trying to
was
think of like one of my
interesting.
favorite memories. Oh.
Yes.
Saxophone in the back.
in the back.
So Lindsay, first of all, took me to Target for my first time ever. She also took me to because we had to go to Barnes and Noble. We went to Target and Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Lindsay took me to the Chick-fil-A for the first time ever. And that's when I knew I wanted to marry her. We got books.
I'm going ice.
On the air.
Yeah,
You're turning into a regular Taylor here.
I know.
It's like we're all one person.
3 halves of a whole idiot.
Oh, small.
That was the point, Taylor.
Okay. Just making sure. I have a bachelor's degree now, so I know math.
You got one? Memory.
The first time I made you watch Cats? No, I'm just kidding.
Going through my second pants water.
Here, I got one for you. Your second pants water? You keep water in your pants, bud?
Yeah.
All right, that's a choice, I guess.
To show him she's packing.
when I went to your
Match
house,
my shirt.
met your parents, and I was ready to fucking impress. I went in there, guns a blazing. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. In the whole establishment. I sat and watched music videos with your dad for like 5.5 hours, and my mom thought I died.
Yeah.
Because he was in the scary part of town.
Yeah, I was in the scary, sketchy part of town, meeting my little hoodie
checks
out
out.
here. And
And then she saw all of this money spent on no money spent on your card.
Yeah.
On your debit card. So then she actually thought you died
Yep.
because you weren't spending money.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And turns out I was just sitting there hanging with your dad, watching music videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's usually what happens now,
And then
10 years later.
And then she tried to call me like 7 times, and just like now, I didn't answer any of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not
I-
great at answering.
I know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, it's
We
kind
all
of a thing.
know. It's your thing, and that's okay. Just like when I text you and I get left on red. That's crazy. That's my favorite memory. My favorite memory is when I send you a text message, and then I'm waiting for an answer to that text message, and then I look and it says read yesterday at 7 p.m. And I say, okay.
If it makes you feel better, it doesn't make a difference whether you're her wife, your wife,
Yeah.
your wife,
Checked out.
or your sister, because
Yep.
it's the
Or my
same thing.
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't read that because she doesn't have an iPhone.
I
We
was-
both know when you hate us.
I recently we were at work, and Keith was talking about people sending like basically book text messages, and I was like, if somebody does that
Sounds
to
like
me,
somebody.
Yeah. I said if somebody does that to me, I will cut them out of my life. Like no
I do
second
that.
guesses.
I'll do that.
If you send me some text message that I have to scroll to
But
read
see,
the whole
here's the
thing,
thing.
fuck you and fuck whatever that says.
I would so rather have that than the here's one little bit, here's one
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
that too.
That's so much worse.
That too. My
So
thought
much
is
worse.
if you have that much to say to me, you fucking call me. That's a
But
conversation
some of
to
those
have.
things you don't want to
Yeah.
call and talk about on the phone.
Well,
You know what you can do, and what I like to do?
voice
I like
notes.
to send voice notes.
Listen,
Listen.
Taylor's 90.
Pre Malone had sent me. Pre Malone I finally got caught up on all of her Snapchat messages because we send videos to each other. Finally got all caught up, and then I answered her. Within 30 minutes, my phone's going off. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And she had sent me
Drives me crazy.
42 videos to listen to. And I love it. I listen to them like a podcast. I put my AirPods in, I go to work, and I click play, and they just play through.
That would
And
give
then
me
I keep
so much anxiety.
I keep notes in my phone. Well, she knows that like if it's too much for me to listen to in that moment, I'll get to them. Like the ones that I had just finished up were literally from 3 weeks ago.
Jesus Christ, man.
Because I was like, and if it's something pressing, she'll send me a voice memo and text it to me. We don't text.
Jeez.
We only talk to each other in that way.
These kids.
Pre Malone on the pod.
These kids.
She should be on the pod.
A Pre Malone has entered
I was just
the
being
building.
funny because you explained that it was like a podcast. So I said, that's
Yeah.
her podcast.
Yeah,
Literally,
it's
I
pretty
tell her
loud.
all the time. And she has a beautiful voice to just listen to. You know what I mean? It really is. She got a good podcast voice.
So then we're sitting there, and I say, it's not funny. Barbecue sauce on my titties. And so
Do you know
finished-
that that's actually from Orange is the New Black? And that's not just something somebody randomly said.
Oh no.
Neither
Oh,
did
that
I.
ruins-
I saw
that
a video
ruins
of it the other day, and I was like,
Don't.
oh, that's like from something. I thought
Oh.
I thought they just said it.
That's funny.
No.
I didn't know that.
Anyways,
Well, so I finished saying that to everybody at work because Keith was complaining about the books. And it was me, him, Shmarie, Schmerl, and Sean Jordan.
Schmeryl.
Schmerl.
Schmeryl.
So
We love Schmeryl. She's so nice.
So Shmarie says, "Oh, is that so?" And then goes to text me, and I said, "Just so you know, it'll take a lot less for me to write you off of my books." And she put her phone down, and then Schmeryl says, "Oh, what about me?" And I said, "Schmeryl, you're no different than anybody else in this building. If you send me a book, we're done."
I would have said you're already on my list.
Yeah, but what if Schmeryl's were all about her crazy stories from the past?
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, but she's fun.
I struggle to read.
Oh,
So
well,
when
this
I
is true.
have to scroll, I have to remember. I have to read that 5-6 times to comprehend what was said.
That is true.
Your 5-second text message takes me 10 minutes.
Well, you know.
So, anyways, your memory. I said one. Taylor said one. Taylor said a couple.
Taylor has more.
Memory of us. Making memories of us.
Thanks, Keith.
No problem.
Memories bring back you. Do 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 do.
Sheath Sherbin.
Sheath.
Sheath.
Oh, of the myelin kind.
Oh, speaking of Sheath, we did our Bohemian Amigos show last week or the week before.
Last week.
Was it last week?
Yes, ma'am.
It's only
Damn.
June 7th today, buddy.
It feels forever ago.
That was a week ago.
Shout out to David, who was there.
Yay, David!
Thanks for hanging out, David. And shout out to John, who was there. Thanks, John. And thank you, Eric, for allowing us to do that. There was nobody there. It was empty.
EMTY.
Eric left us the building.
EMTY.
Eric was like, "Hey, you guys do your thing. I got to bounce for a little bit." And he left. And I was like, "Everybody, free record store day."
Everyone, take a record.
And then it was just me, Lindsay, and David, I think, at that time, and John.
Mm-hmm.
You, me, and my best friend Dave.
Anyways, memory. Did I vamp long enough for you to figure it out?
I knew, and then you just fucking jumped in because you're rude.
I thought you were trying to think.
No.
I was trying to fill the gap.
No. Our first year anniversary when I bought you a guitar and you bought me a ring with our names on it
Oh
and
yeah,
our birthstones.
I love that guitar. It's hanging right there.
Yep. That was a very big memory.
Still my favorite guitar. Second favorite. Sorry.
Hey, that other one was $900. I will never buy you a
That other one
$900
was
guitar.
$1,500.
I will never buy you that expensive guitar because I will never have money like that.
Yeah, saxophone.
I would like to know what Lindsay's favorite memory is with me because we're all in this together.
Honestly,
We're all in this
my favorite memory with you
together.
was probably you being my co-pilot to move here because
Yeah.
I had the most fun with you I've ever had in that car ride. We connected up with her.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
You listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You annoy the fuck out of me on a car trip.
Lindsay and I vibe.
Because here's the thing. She is like me. Yes, she likes to talk like you, but she's more of a
She's a chatty Cathy.
But when she's in the car for long trips, it's either she's gonna sleep or she's gonna stay awake and she's gonna sing songs. And that's me. You're like, let's talk about this. And I'm like, I want to sing this song. And you're like, let's talk about this some more. And I'm like, I want to sing this song. And you're like, I want to talk about this. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
I want to talk about me. Want to talk about
I want to talk about me.
Because he has
What?
ADHD. And at some point in time, he'll fall asleep. And he's like, all right, I'll leave you alone now. And I'm like, thank you.
You know, speaking of car rides, you want to know another favorite memory that I have with Lindsay?
Sure do.
Is this one time we were coming back. I was staying at your guys' house and I was driving back with her because she was going back to Ohio. And a semi-truck's tire exploded.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about this the other day. It was
Every time I pass a semi, I have a freak out because it exploded and hit her window.
their
First of all,
wheel
shout out.
popped off and went boom right on my windshield. And she and I looked at each other like,
That's
how are we
crazy.
alive?
That's crazy.
It was
Shout out to that car
Scary.
manufacturer for that windshield is toy. And also, Lindsay handled that with grace.
I don't know how I did.
Dude,
We were right by Washington, D.C. And it was like right on
95.
No, it was before we got to 95.
Oh, like
So it was like
270.
right when you turn to go on the exit from like Richmondish.
495.
No, like Richmondish. Like where if you go this way to go to
64.
Richmond, this way to go to Washington,
17,
D.C. We had just turned onto the Washington, D.C. and got on that big long road and it went boom and hit
Oof.
my windshield.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
And that was after, like, it was just a week at your house. That was just a time in the world when it was like
Yeah.
a week at your house. And then that happened. And I was like, that's crazy. Also, can I just say that you naming those roads and then going, yeah, after she went no, and then you kept naming roads gave Brian Griffin energy. And I need you to check that.
Because he likes to mansplain.
Because that was crazy. It reminded me of I could see the scene in Family Guy when Stewie's talking and he goes, "You have no idea what I'm talking about."
This is how my kids, all 18 of them, treat me. Every single one. Yeah.
I didn't gaslight nobody.
And then with pregnancy brain, it's so much worse because here I am standing in the middle of the room trying to think of something, and they're shouting out, "Well, is it this?" And I'm like, "Shut up!"
I'd be like, "I'm gonna hit all."
And
of
I
them.
come home, and it's the same thing.
I think we should all collectively gaslight, man.
But you're like 18 7-year-olds all at one time.
No.
Better than
Secondly,
7 18-year-olds.
Gross.
Taylor's getting the right idea. So Taylor,
Yeah.
it's really funny when we go back to Ohio now after living here so long,
Mhm.
how frustrated Lindsay gets at Ohio traffic. Like in our
Yeah.
hometown,
Because
she'll be like,
people-
"Why is everyone so fucking slow?"
It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
She said that
I-
everyone is just fake saying hello, and I was like, "No, they're just actually nice here."
I can't. I don't handle the fakeness.
I let someone walk the other day, and I didn't hit them with my car because I'm a good person.
Wow.
And I let
You want a
them
medal?
walk. Well, I almost hit a girl with my car like a few days ago.
Medal
I don't know
taken?
if I told you guys
Medal
that
taken?
story, but I didn't even get the good. The little
They're probably an out of towner.
no. She looked at me and went and kept walking.
Deadpan.
I didn't even get up.
But see, I'm still Ohio enough that when people don't do that here, I get mad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was mad.
It
'Cause,
was
like,
so funny.
If
though.
I have to turn, and I will say, a lot of people here, if you need to get over because there's so many lanes of traffic, they mostly will let you over
Yeah.
and let you do what you need to do. So then me, out the back window, I'm like this, trying to say, hey, thanks.
Thanks.
And then they like fly up on you like they're mad. And I'm like,
yeah.
you let me over.
Yeah.
But no, it was funny. We were in Calcutta turning into Tim Hortons, and
Yeah.
she was so frustrated. She was like, "Just fucking move!" And I was like, "There's like 7 cars. What's the big deal? What's the rush?"
Big breaths.
Anyway.
I had an ex-boyfriend do that to me once, and I threw my car in park in that drive-through.
Mhm.
I said, I can do this without you.
Trying to think of some other good ones. We've done so many things over the years.
Going to Rock on the Range.
Yeah, but we talk about that one a lot here.
Yeah. Well, it's music related.
Yeah.
When Lindsey almost made it to where we couldn't go see AJR.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot here too. Go and see it
Yeah.
in a couple weeks.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Going to Washington, D.C. with you was a blast.
And
Going to
you quoted Forrest Gump and proposed to me next to the
Yeah.
waiting pool.
Yeah.
Didn't get down on any fucking knees.
He got bad knees.
I do
No.
got bad knees.
He got bad knees.
I got Disney and that knee. Bad
That was
knees.
5 years ago.
They're
Yeah,
bad
they've only
knees.
gotten worse.
But what makes me more mad is, so I knew you had purchased a ring because do I get like a cookie? Like I'm correct?
No, I just wanted to hit the bell. Give me back my bell.
So you were meeting me and your mom and Taylor halfway to take me back because I flew up to Ohio to see my sister graduate for college.
Yeah, out in Winchester.
You're interrupting again, Chris. And your mom had me get something out of her purse, and I open it up, and there's a ring box, and I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to look in here. And she goes, ah! And she rips it out of my hands and throws it in the back seat to Taylor, and is like, Taylor, look for what I need in the middle of driving. So we get there, and then I think I tell you and say, I know what's in the box. Like, I know what's in my face. A hair. Dog hair. Anyways, he tells me the next few months, you should probably paint your nails today. You should probably paint your nails today. Like every couple months. Then my parents have me and my sister, when she graduated college that summer, a combined, you're being really gross, graduation party. He says, you should probably paint your nails. So I'm thinking, all these family members, all these people are going to be there. He probably might do it then because it's in front of our whole family. Didn't happen. So then we plan a trip to go to Washington, D.C. in October. Mind you, that was in August. This is in October. Wasn't even crossing my mind because I was so far against anything happening anytime soon. I was just like, I don't care anymore. I'm over it. Tells me the night before, hey, you should probably paint your nails. And I'm like, you know what? Cute. Did it the next morning as well. We leave, and he proposes that day. I was pissed.
She wasn't.
I mean, in his defense.
I know.
Should've
I
painted your nails.
did say.
He starts quoting all this Forrest Gump stuff, walking by the waiting pool in front of the Washington Monument and Lincoln Memorial. I said, are you really doing this right now? And I'm walking away from him, yelling at him because I was mad.
Well, she was hungry. She was hangry. She was tired. She wanted to sit down. It was a lot of walking.
It was so much walking.
I think Lindsey should have got down on one knee because she was tired of walking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just like. So I am with you on that of being angry because then your hopes get up and then nothing happens.
Yep. That's his favorite thing to do.
I get it. However,
False
I do have a question. So you decided Forrest Gump to propose. Why? Because you
Because in
started
the
with life's a box of chocolates.
no, because in the
No.
movie,
Mhm.
that's so Forrest goes off to war.
Mhm.
Jenny goes and is a hippie and all this stuff and does drugs and blah blah blah. So when they come back together for the first time of them being
Mhm.
away from each other for years and years and years, she's running towards him because he's up on the
Mhm.
podium making a speech with Martin Luther King Jr. And she's running through the waiting pool and saying, "Forrest, Forrest." So that's why he was quoting Forrest Gump, because it was filmed right there.
Yeah.
What do you mean, no?
See,
That's what happened.
You do this thing where, like, you think you know.
No, it's called That's My Experience. What's your experience?
You think you know, and then you tell a different story than the one that I've told you several times.
So what's your story?
It's the scene after that where they're walking the same road that we walked at nighttime, overlooking the reflecting pool and the monuments, and he asks Jenny to marry him, and she says no. And he says to her, "I might not be a smart man, but I know what love is." Which is why I chose Washington, D.C. and that moment.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that a better story than whatever this airhead said?
Fuck off.
It's crazy. I don't know if you can call her that now.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah, I think that might be
Problematic.
But you want to know why I'm an airhead? Because I
your
have
head's
his
full of
child.
air.
No, because I have his child that's full of air.
That checks out.
Well, gang, we
Didn't do anything about music today.
You know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
okay.
This is
Taylor
a
was the
bonus.
saxophone.
This is a bonus to make up for us. This is a bonus to make up for us missing last week.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
But we have a fun show after this one, guys. We are going to play a very, very fun game. Lindsey and I are going head to head in a very fun game. Our host, Taylor, is going to come out and play. Aw, there's a little biscuit. Taylor is going to play this game. She's going to be the host, and it's going to be me versus you. A big old 10-year anniversary present.
Oh boy. Is it facts about each other? Because I'll
No,
probably
we
win.
should have done that. That would have been good.
I was down for 2 truths, 1 lie. I had all my lies lined
we
up.
were gonna do 2 truths, 1 lie.
I like that.
And then I was sitting here and I was trying to think of some. I was watching Dragon Ball Z and I was trying to think of some, and I realized that you two know everything about me. So
And you're a terrible
I
liar.
couldn't think of anything that is like truth that you wouldn't know is for sure a truth.
Mhm.
And my lies would be outlandish, and you'd be like, that's clearly the lie, unless you've been living some second life that I don't know about.
I would
You never know.
dominate.
I bet you
I'd
guys
be
would
so-
be pretty good at it. But
Probably.
I'd be so. I also just had crazy experiences
I'm also
where
good
they
at
sound like lies.
getting you to believe something and it be completely false.
Oh
it
yeah.
was more about just having trouble coming up with something that you would be like, I'm not sure which one of these is a lie. You would be for sure like, that one's the
That's a
lie.
lie.
And those two things happened because I was there.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Exactly. So I
It's
was
okay.
like,
We have a
well,
fun game. I'm excited for the game. Hopefully, I did it the way you wanted.
I think you probably did. And
I
we're
hope
going to
so.
need that bell. And after these messages, guys, we will be back playing that game. But for now, it's been real. It's time for Taylor to give her spiel.
Oh, I forgot.
I didn't like whatever that just was. No.
You didn't like my JoJo Siwa?
I don't like your Chad.
That's the new JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa is Jed.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. All right, everybody. If you like today's video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can notified every time we post new videos.
She's a country boy now.
Country boy.
Jebediah.
It's been real, everybody, and deuces.